Hey guys, what's going on? So as you all know, I primarily review movies here on my channel. I also do top 5s in the summer, which reminds me I need to get together with the guys to make our top 5s. And my apologies that we couldn't do a top 5 for May. Scheduling has just been hectic to get all the guys together, but I promise you we will make up for it by doing our top 5s in June, July, and of course our top 5 summer films of 2019. I promise you that. But I also do video game reviews here and there, and my last video game review was for Kingdom Hearts 3, and while I did like that video, I feel like that I could have done that review in a different style, like how I do my top 5s of my movie reviews. Like, because I feel like that if I want to do different things on my channel, I need to have a different style for how I approach my reviews, whether it's a movie or a video game. But if you guys could not tell already by the title of this video, I am reviewing Devil May Cry 5. And starting from here on out, I want to try a totally different style when it comes to video game reviews. So I worked really hard on this video. I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you guys do enjoy it, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe by the end of the video if you guys did like it. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do enjoy this one, I will make more video game reviews like this one. But anyways, without taking any more time up, here's my review of Devil May Cry 5. I hope you guys enjoy. Devil May Cry 5 has finally arrived. Yes, I know this review is over 2 months late, maybe more so depending on the time of this video's release, but I wanted to delve into every possible corner of this game before giving my complete thoughts. Now, before I talk about Devil May Cry 5, I have to talk to you guys about my history with the Devil May Cry franchise as a whole. For those of you who don't know, Devil May Cry is my favorite video game franchise of all time. One, I absolutely love. 2 is a game that I not only find to be dull and absolutely lifeless, but to me it's the weakest Devil May Cry game. Devil May Cry 3 is my favorite game of all time. 4 I find to be really an underrated gem, and I even like the reboot DMC Devil May Cry. Yeah guys, you heard me right. I like the reboot DMC Devil May Cry. Don't at me. Anyways, getting back to Devil May Cry 5, was the over decade wait worth it? Well, in my opinion, it absolutely was. To put it simply, Devil May Cry 5 is just fucking insane in all the best ways. Now, the story of Devil May Cry 5 takes place 4 years after the events of Devil May Cry 4, and once again, like in Devil May Cry 4, we follow Nero as he runs a mobile demon hunting agency with Nico, a new female character of the franchise. And the start of the timeline of Devil May Cry 5, Nero has his demonic arm, the Devil Bringer from Devil May Cry 4, taken from him by a diving demon, and as a result, Nico makes him these electronic arms called Devil Breakers, these electronic arms that essentially makes killing the demons so much more fun. But to add on top of that, a tree known as the Quailof, I believe that's how you pronounce it. If so, I apologize for butchering the name, enters Redgrave City, causing a demonic invasion. So as a result, a new character only named by V enters to hire Dante, Trish, and Lady to kill the demon responsible for this entire thing. First, let me start off by gushing about the combat Devil May Cry 5, because holy shit, the combat of this game is just non-stop fun. Besides the storyline, I mean, of course, the story, the combat is why the game is just so much goddamn fun. You play as Nero, Dante, and V, and all 3 characters have different playstyles to them. Now, of course, Nero and Dante have their swords and gun styles, but they do have different iterations. Nero having the Red Rose, the Blue Queen, and of course this Devil Breaker. Using all 3 weapons in just the right way will result in some amazing blows that will feel incredible. And Nero has some awesome Devil Breakers to use, and I also felt that Nero has the best battle music of the game, and yes, better than Dante's. Every time I would hear Devil Trigger come on, I would always get goosebumps. I always be ready to kick some demon ass. And by the way, if you got the deluxe edition when it comes to the Devil Breakers, you would have 3 more at your disposal. So really cool ones, a really funny one, but one that I was not expecting to come into the game whatsoever. Now, in terms of the Devil Breakers, I loved using the Overture, Rawhide, and Punchline the most, but one of the Devil Breakers, which I did not expect, was Mega Man's Mega Booster, which, honest to God, it's not really the most useful one, but just the novelty of having Mega Man's Mega Buster, it's just so darn cool, and it's so much fun to use. And plus, hearing the thing power up when you're about to use its overall attack, just hearing the sounds from the game come back into Devil May Cry, it's just awesome.
Got some cleaning up to do.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, V was a character I was initially really skeptical because I don't know, something about V from those trailers just did not sit right with me. However, within 1 minute of playing him, I found him to be a total blast, and how he plays is obviously the most different out of the 3 characters, with him staying back and letting his summon pets doing all the fighting. You have a bird that's essentially his range attack, then you have a wolf that allows him to get close in combat, and then you have essentially his double trigger, which is the nightmare that just wrecks shit up, to say the least. Now, of course, we get to Dante. Dante is the star and the icon of the Devil May Cry franchise, and don't get me wrong, the game was great when I was playing as both Nero and V, but the exact moment that Dante came in and you can play as him, the game just goes pedal to the metal. Dante he brings so much to this franchise, and having him on board once again and being able to play as him, it brings back, that really just brings back, but he just brings so much damn fun. And not only that, he has easily the most varied combat of the entire game, because not only can he switch his guns and swords on the fly, but he can also switch his styles on the fly. Now, one thing I will say is that when it comes to previous Devil May Cry games like 3 and 4, 3, if I remember correctly, you couldn't switch your styles on the fly. You always had to do it in the mission start screens before you started the game. But in Devil May Cry 4, you could switch them on the fly. But I never found the need to go to another style. However, here in 5, switching to Dante's other styles made the game just that much better. Using Trickster and Sword Master in general, I cannot tell you guys just how many times I was just audibly just reacting to what I was seeing on screen. And another thing that I loved about the combat of Devil May Cry 5 was that it was actually really challenging. Now, it wasn't overly difficult like the original release of Devil May Cry 3 was, because as you all know, Devil May Cry 3 in the original release, it was fucking hard to say the least. But the good thing is, it's not instantly easy like Devil May Cry 2 was. Devil May Cry 5 has just enough difficulty so that you won't either feel like you took out your enemies too easily, or you won't feel like you wanted to just throw your TV or just break your controller because of how hard the game is. I mean, it actually has a fair amount of difficulty to it. Another thing to gush about is the graphics and just the art style in general. Devil May Cry 5 is a gorgeous looking game. And when I mean gorgeous, I mean this is a gorgeous looking game. Devil May Cry 5 has a more photoreal style compared to its predecessors, while still keeping the over-the-top gameplay. And of course, as you all know, the game uses the RE engine from Resident Evil 7. And man, Devil May Cry 5 has not only looked better, but good God, I was seriously blown away by how everything looked. From the textures where they're looking at clothing or skin tones, the weapons look great, the creature designs look incredible, and the lighting too. The lighting in Devil May Cry in certain areas will blow you away. And I know a couple of reviewers out there got tired of seeing the ruins of buildings and being underground, but personally, it was the thing that I didn't mind ever. I was honestly always in awe of how good this game looked. Now, the story itself is something that I was really happy with about 99% of the time, and I'll explain the 1% later. But man, the story of Devil May Cry 5 itself is pretty damn great. I think the story of 1 and 3 are personally better for me, but that's not saying anything bad about the story here. The mystery of V, how the plot kept progressing, the opening cutscene, which by the way is amazing. The halfway point, they had my jaw dropped to say the least. Plus the reveals of the game, one in particular almost had me screaming. I was that excited about it. And the cutscenes themselves are incredible. Not only is the production and them top notch, but the direction is the best it's ever been in the franchise. Now, I do have to say, while the game is a return to form for the Devil May Cry franchise, is this the best the series? Unfortunately, no, because there are a few gripes that I did have with Devil May Cry. Now, remember when I said that there was 1% of the story that I wasn't a big fan of? That would be the ending. Now, this is what I'll say when it comes to ending without giving any spoilers away. The game has an incredible final section that will keep your heart racing, but once I got to the ending, I felt as if the game was kind of teasing, because it felt like that the game was really about to really shift into high gear as if it wasn't already. Now again, the final cutscene is awesome, but I feel like that the game could have gone for maybe 3 or even 4 more missions just to really seal the deal. Another issue that I had with the game was actually, surprisingly enough, and that's shocking to say this, but it was actually Dante's battle music. Now here's the thing, in all the Devil May Cry games, well, minus 2, Dante always had the best theme music. Here the theme was something that honestly just left a poor taste in my mouth, and it's the reason why I changed his battle theme to Devil's Never Cry from Devil May Cry 3. But I will say, the instrumentals from his song are awesome, but the moment I hear the vocals, it's something I just want to end immediately.
Free! Live it up!
And the other thing that I just was not a fan of was the addition of, I guess it's multiplayer? Now, I say that as a question because it was really multiplayer. Now, when I heard that Devil May Cry 5 was getting a multiplayer mode, I always imagined my buddies and I would be teaming up and kicking demon ass, whether I was Dante, Nero, or even V. But if I remember correctly, that only happens in maybe, I think, 1 or 2 missions at the max. But really, the multiplayer is mainly a thing that's starring the DMC crew, because I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but in certain missions, you do have the choice to select from between different characters. Now, throughout those missions, it'll say starring DMC crew, whether you're playing with your friends, with your PSN account, or your Xbox Live gamer tag. And that's all the multiplayer is. You really don't get to fight alongside your buddies. It's really just a thing that just happens to be there to see, oh wait, I'm fighting along with my friends even though I'm not really fighting with them. But overall, is Devil May Cry 5 the best of the series? No. But is it a kick-ass action-adventure game that you'll have an awesome time playing and you'll want to replay over and over again? Absolutely yes. Gripes aside, Devil May Cry 5 is an awesome game, and it's definitely worth the over decade-long wait. So overall, I'm going to give Devil May Cry 5 a 9 out of 10. Again, besides my gripes, this game is a kick-ass, badass time. If you guys do not have this game yet, please check it out, especially if you're a huge Devil May Cry fan myself, or if you just want an awesome action game. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Devil May Cry 5, and also I hope you guys enjoyed this new style that I'm trying with my game reviews. If you guys did like the sound like this review in general, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe to show that you do want to see more of these. And also, don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever a new video goes live. And of course, until my next game review, I will see you guys next time.